Hi everybody, you're watching Ready Set Drone, and today I have the Fader quadcopter from TRNDlabs, and we are going to check it out, so stay tuned. The Fader quadcopter is a small quadcopter. It is supposed to have a decent camera with 720p recording, so that's good. It has real-time FPV and Wi-Fi connection. It does have an app that you have to download for you can either get it for Android from the Google Play Store or for the Apple devices from the Apple Store. It's really got a nice little package. I mean, it feels a little better than some of the packaging I've received from other drones. It looks like this in the package. I've actually already gotten it out and charged it, but I have not actually flown it yet, so I'm kind of excited to give that a try. So I'm going to take out take off the top here and pull it out. And there it is. It's just a little guy. It's got prop guards on it already, built in. It does have a battery that slips into the back. It is a 1S 520 milliamp hour battery, so it's a pretty small battery, but it's a pretty light drone, so that should be okay. And then it's got the sort of remote control that looks like a video game controller. Of course, it comes with spare props and a little screwdriver, and this takes 4 AAA batteries for the remote. The remote's got this kind of coating on it, like a rubbery coating, which actually feels pretty nice, like it's non-slip kind of thing, so you won't drop it, which is cool. And of course, it comes with the USB and instructions and all that, but you can check that out yourself when you get yours. And also, on the remote control, it does have this little peel-out thing where you can put your phone or small tablet, I guess really just a phone, it's going to fit right in there once you've downloaded the app. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and fly it line of sight first and then try out the app and see how that does. So the little switch is here on the side. It's this little button over here near the top, and the switch for the remote is on the back. It's yellow, so you really can't miss it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the switch here and this switch here, and you see the LEDs start to blink when it's on. And so I imagine with most of these quads, you push the throttle, the left stick down and then all the way up and then back down, and it beeps, which is what just happened, and now it is bound. And I imagine if I went down and up, or whatever I have to do to arm the motors. So I'm not sure if one of these top buttons is the arm button. That's not that one. It's that one. So it's this top left button for the arm button. And I'm going to see if I can just do a hand takeoff right out of the gate and just see how it flies line of sight. So there we go. Now I think it's in a low rate right now because it's struggling with this wind, and there isn't a whole lot of wind. Let's see how I might flip rates. So it is really struggling with the wind in low rate. I need to look at the instructions and see if there's a way to change the rates. I don't even know where I am. Oh, there I am. Okay. Yeah, it can't even get back here with that wind. All right, so shame on me. I actually waited until I had some problems before I opened up the instructions. The instructions are actually very well written and a cool little book. Nice layout. I do some graphic design, so I understand these things. Very, very good layout and easy to follow, and gives you a lot of instructions that I probably should have paid attention to in the beginning. But now that I've looked at the instructions, I have learned how to change the mode. So that was my problem. I was in low mode, a little bit of breeze, and it couldn't handle it. And then I also scanned the QR code for the Apple Store and was able to get the app. They have it for Apple and Android. So you can see down here on the bottom, this little spot, this little black spot, that is where the micro SD card is. So it will record locally to the quad. It does also have a USB port on the side. I don't know if you can set this up with Clean Flight or anything. I don't think you can, but I would imagine that's for charging the battery without taking the battery out if you just wanted to charge it directly in the quad. So now I have the app on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and fly it in a higher rate, and I'm also going to use the app a little bit to see how that does. So let's check it out. So there's what the app looks like once it's on, and I think what I have to do is actually go into Wi-Fi and connect to it that way. Let me see real quick. Yeah, there it is. There's my fader. So it should be an unsecured Wi-Fi network. And it's connecting to it right now. Okay, so now I'm connected to it via Wi-Fi. And now I'm going to go back to the app. And you can see the button fly and a question mark. I guess we'll hit fly. And there's our live view with the fader. Picture of my shoes. You can see it's facing me. Now I'm recording video at 720p. And we'll go ahead and take off and see how it does. And again, we're in rate 3. It's fighting a little bit of wind. Trying to see how it does. It's going to do great again with the wind. And the wind took it away. All right, one more try in mode 3. So now we're in mode 3, and I'm going to take off. And it really does a lot better in mode 3, that's for sure. Goalpost. Oh, and I hit Bryson. Sorry. Yeah, you can turn it off. Okay, so far I'm going to tell you that the fader is not very good in any sort of breeze. It doesn't do well with a little bit of wind, even in mode 3. It just fights the wind, and also doesn't seem to be super responsive. If I get it more than about 30 or 40 feet away, there's a delay in when I hit a control and when it actually turns. So it's kind of hard to fly. For outdoor flight, you're going to need a day where there's absolutely no wind in order to fly it effectively. As far as design and stuff goes, I really like it. We'll see how the camera quality is. Based on what I can see in my phone, it looks pretty good, but we'll see what the recording looks like. But again, let me fly it indoors or with no wind and see if it does any better. So stay tuned for that. All right, so I'm back in my backyard. Had a little bit of trouble flying the fader because of the wind out at the football field, but I thought I'd give it a shot here in the backyard. I'm going to go ahead and roll and record on the video, and you can see there's the live shot of it. Hi. You know, it's typical delay for Wi-Fi. It's pretty good, but it's not quite as good as 5.8 or OcuSync or anything like that. But let's see how it does here in the backyard. Remember, to change your rates, you push in on this button. So I'm going to go ahead and start in rate 3, which is the highest rate. So it's a little bit breezy, but it's less windy than it was out at the field. So let's take it off and see how it does. All right, so here it seems to be a little bit easier to fly. I'm going to tell you that part of the issue I have with it is there is a slight delay between when you give it an input and when it happens. So I push the stick forward and it's like quarter of a second before it actually goes forward. Or when I let go of the stick, there's a quarter of a second before it stops going that direction. So like right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring it over here where you can see it, hopefully. And I'm going to tell you when I'm pushing the stick forward and you can see what I mean. So 3, 2, 1, go. Now that was almost instantaneous, imperceptible. But as I'm flying along out
out in the yard, I am noticing just a very slight delay in the control. Once it goes just fine, you know, and I'm able to fly it and control it pretty well. I mean, obviously I'm flying it in this space, which is pretty tight. Just giving it a little bit of workout here through my porch, but yeah, it's just a very slight response delay in the in it. Okay, so I just finished flying the fader, and I figured out how to pull the little micro SD card out. It's right here in the back. It's a tiny little slot that it goes in, and it's kind of challenging to get the micro SD card out, quite honestly. But I got it out, and I took a look at some of the footage because I wanted to see if that was what that looked like. It's 720p footage, and it's decent. For a quad this size, it's not bad footage. I've seen much worse, and the fact that it records locally to this quad itself actually makes it better because it doesn't have to transmit to your phone. Even though it transmits over Wi-Fi, the recording that you get off of the card is going to be better because it's not transmitting through the air, and it's going to be less choppy. So decent footage, but overall, just the way this thing flies is not great. It's not my favorite quad to fly. It's a little laggy in the response with the remote. The engines seem a little underpowered for going against the wind, even in rate 3. I'm glad it has a rate 3, so it can cut through the wind a little bit, but I've got quads in the same price range and cheaper that do better in the wind. So it's a well-built little quad with great instructions, great marketing, but overall it's not my favorite. And I would say if you're going to buy a quad for the price of this one, you could probably get something that flies a little bit better. If you just want to take selfies and to take video, then it might be okay because the video quality is pretty good. But I'd check it out and do a little more research before you do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. This has been a review of the Fader drone. And if you like it, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos and more reviews, please subscribe to Ready Set Drone. Thanks for watching.